Hi everyone, my name is Gulsan. Today in this video, I am going to give you a solution of how you can speak English fluently and effortlessly. I am going to talk straightforward in this video. The problem with you is if you have been trying to speak in English for the last 3 years and 4 years but you haven't yet learned to speak English fluently, the problem might be with you is you are trying to learn everything in English. You are trying to learn everything in English. And that's not how you are going to speak in English fluently. No matter how hard you try to learn everything in English, you are not going to learn. That's not how I have learned it. First of all, you need to be very specific about why you want to learn English, why you want to communicate in English effectively. You have to have a clear mindset of why you want to do something. Then imagine yourself vividly. If speaking English is your goal and you achieve this goal, how would that feel? That's what I'm saying. 3 years ago, I imagined myself speaking in front of camera. If I learn English, I would be speaking in English in front of camera. I would be explaining things in front of a camera, and that would be satisfying to me. And that's how I have learned English. I imagined vividly myself speaking in this language, in English. And today you are seeing I am speaking in English. So when you have a clear mindset of why you want to do something, then it becomes very easier for you to learn anything, or it becomes very easier for you to do anything in your life. So that's what I'm saying. You have to have a very clear why. Now let me take an example for that. Let's say you are preparing for an interview. Now you will prepare for the questions that interviewer might ask you. So I want you to approach this learning English problem that you have with that mindset. Do you want to speak English? Why do you want to speak English? I want to speak English because I want to do business with foreign clients, and foreign clients speak in English. So I want you to pay attention to all those business words that are being used in business world. That's what I'm saying. If you approach this problem with this mindset, you will learn quickly. All you need to do is you are now injecting those words in your minds, business words in your mind, and because you know that whatever I am going to do in a business world, these are the common used vocabulary that I'm going to use. So that's how you have to do. That's how you have to just approach this problem. So this is what I have done. I know what are the words I am going to use to explain anything in a very simple manner. No, and you will notice that I am using some of the common words in my conversation that I'm using to explain things in very easy manner. That's what you should be doing. If you are preparing for a job, then make sure that you are cramming or you are paying attention to all those common used words that might be asked from you in that interview or whatever. Pay attention specifically to the words that you might be asked. I have got a cold, that is why I am having difficulty in speaking, but that's normal for me. I'm going to do that anyway. So what I'm saying here is, I am saying you to follow the steps that I'm giving you in this video, and this has the power to make you speak fluently English. That is what I did myself, and you are seeing the result. I am able to speak English. English is not my first language. Obviously, this is not my second language. This is my third language. Okay, and I am speaking it with zero effort. I am not thinking consciously while speaking in English. It is coming out of my mouth automatically. Now let me talk about the most important thing that I forgot to mention. That is immersing yourself in English language. If you want to learn it now, you have to immerse yourself in this language. You have to watch, you have to listen, you have to talk, you have to walk in this language. That's how you're going to get very good at this language. And don't take it lightly. What I'm saying, don't take it just lightly. I'm saying you just totally immerse yourself in this language and you will see the result yourself. You will see the result yourself. I have done it and I got the result. It amazed me, like it totally amazed me. You only need to give 3 months of your efforts and you have just ability to talk anything in English. You will become very comfortable with the speaking English if you are willing to give 4 months. Immersing yourself in English requires listening to English podcasts, listening to English music as much as possible, listening whatever interests you as much as possible, taking in information as much as possible. Now what you are doing here is you are training your mind. Imagine how have you trained your mind when you were learning your mother tongue. The same way you need to do this task, like you need to train your mind. You are creating the new neural pathways in your brain that will help you speak effortless English later in your life. So you now have to focus on creating neural pathways, and how you are going to create that. You are going to create that by learning something new every single day and then repeating, because your mind can't retain all that information if you just don't look back to all those information in your mind. You need to memorize that. There is a rule I have learned from a book, I don't know, but there's a rule: repeat to remember to repeat. That's what you need to do. Repeat to remember to repeat. And that's how you're going to callous your mind. That's how you're going to train your mind. Whenever you will need something, your mind will give you that automatically. So what I'm saying here is, listen as much as possible in English, then try to repeat things, try to repeat the things that you are learning, because your mind is going to forget 80% of the thing that you will learn until you come back to those information. So that's what I'm saying. This is the end part of this video. Now in this part I am going to say you something. I am going to give you a homework that you need to do every single day in order to become a good communicator in English speaking. What I am going to give you is, I want you to just watch a English cartoon. It should be a story. I want you to just play that English cartoon. It should be a story, and I want you to watch that whole story. And now what you need to do after watching that cartoon is, I want you to repeat things. I want you to narrate things that you have learned from that cartoon. I want you to narrate that in your own words. I want you to just do that for 90 days and your English is going to go from here to here. Your English is going to go to the next level. That's what I'm saying. I want you to watch a cartoon. It should be in English. It should be a story, and then I want you to narrate that story after you have watched that story in your own words. And this is how you're going to train your mind to learn this language. And this is what I have done, and I think it benefited me. So if you found this video any helpful, I want you to hit the like button, and I also want you to subscribe to the channel because it motivates me to make more videos.